You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am? What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Excellent. You'd be put... What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game, but hopefully I don't need to tell you that.
Lord Ruthard mentioned something of the sort.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, we need to talk somewhere in private.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much he'd mined out.
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the corves and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining, or perhaps a nobleman, or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job.
I reckon I could pose as a
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. To the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine. And don't forget, don't...
Who owns the silver that's...
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king. Whether it's a... Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected, so he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelter. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. So if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Who checks the...
The Royal Mint Master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money?
The thing is, everyone pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Who owns the mine?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects. And these leaseholders can rent out their all sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share.
Who's responsible?
The mines in the mint are supervised directly by the royal mint master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it.
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.
Who's responsible for the...
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then they deduct the royal tithe, and not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other...
What happens in...
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove... Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate...
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes. But in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too.
By the way, I've had...
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Suk...
Even though we had some disagreements, if it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
I don't feel much like...
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. I'm a student from Prague, and I'm writing a treaty.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything.
All right, let's do it. I don't think I played much.
See? Kidder. There's a first time for everything. Let's...
We'll see whose side luck is on today.
What a cheap old man.
Aren't those dice sad that you're just letting them sit there? That's enough. Your turn. Here. My God, I'm done. My God.
Great game, Sonny.
Now will you tell me what I want?
Aye, ask a...
What is the work of a miner?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about Alkin. Any yakker will tell you that, but...
So how do you read?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally, some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit, or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cough is no.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 corves without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
If you need out else, feel free to drop by.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift. Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see?
Sir Christian of Pisa. I'm a student at the university in Prague.
I didn't know you scribblers were interested in us ordinary yakkers, but you can't just amble around.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you want?
What is the work of a miner?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Queuing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
How exactly do you mine?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakker? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the sea.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the cough, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfin' pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a cough. That's near way to make...
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the...
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need to know that for? Them numbers won't be...
really need to know it for my work. My treatise won't be complete without it. And as my teacher says, scientia est potentia. Knowledge is power.
I don't get it. What do our corves have to do with it? That won't do, kidder.
What do you want in return for telling me?
Well, me and my crew have been howking away in this heat, and we're bloody parched. But Foreman Fett got scunnered we were boozing in the shaft, so he locked it away in a chest on the bank, bringing enough ale for the whole crew. And I'll tell you how many
I'll try to get...
You could try talking some sense into Fett. Maybe he'll listen to an outsider. Farewell, my friend.
Where can I...
What you doing here, kidder? Who let...
I've got a letter of safe conduct. I'm a student from...
Right? A thesis?
I just need to ask your foreman...
What Gaffer's gone doing there to pray? Don't know if he'll be up for...
Why wouldn't he...
Young Jaybird, one of our Maras, got scrushed the other day. He hadn't even had a full week on the graft, poor lad. It happened the day before the feast. You'll find Paul at the lowest level, by the roof wall. He's praying for the salvation. You'll hear the wind howling in the attic down there. It can be heard as far as that cursed road. Don't fret, but St. Barbara will look out for you.
It was good to see you, my friend. I'm sorry.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a... Hold on. I don't know ye.
My name's Henry. I'm a student at the university in Prague. And I'm writing a I hate to interrupt your prayers for a dead friend.
He weren't just me Mara. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since he kept begging me to take him on a shift. Saying he was strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now... I can't forgive myself.
Come on. It wasn't your fault.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his...
Aye.
You're a canny lad. Repeat. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and
our
all ores
Father,
and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that you
gold,
bless me brother who
silver,
has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may
tin,
your holy angels save
iron,
his soul from
and
damnation.
all ores and
Bring
metals.
his soul to
I ask that
eternal
you
glory
bless my
through
brother,
our Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
And may your
Christ.
holy angels save his soul from
The angel of the
damnation.
Lord declared
Bring
unto
his
Mary,
soul to eternal
and she
glory
conceived the Holy
through our
Spirit.
Lord,
Hail
our
Mary.
Saviour and
And
Redeemer,
Mary said,
Jesus
Behold,
Christ.
I am the handmaid of
Amen.
the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Pour forth, we beseech thee.
So,
Aye. Thanks for
what is the word?
What it's about? It's about you in the face and hauling the ore to the bank in Coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know. That's lifelike.
How is the ore?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets... We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much... It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corpse.
So how many corals did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Christ almighty.
I've got the ale right.
That's proper canny, Mara. The lads will...
Glad to hear it. Now
The Feast of St. Petronilla, you see? Aye. That was a good bloody gar. We hewed no less than 36 corves, we did.
thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us.
God be with you, good sir.
Careful.
Good day to you, friend.
Greetings to you, friend.
You're the local...
Na ja, I buy ore.
My name is Henry, and I'm here. I study at the university.
Wirklich? Interesting. The Horschan shafts are some of the most profitable. I am Hermann. If you have any Fragen,
As an ore merchant, what do you do?
my job is to buy ore from the mines and resell it. Every day I count the amount of the ore mined and test its quality. That is why we are also called assayers. Depending on the quality, I then estimate the price at which I can sell the ore.
Do you buy silver together with the stone?
I do. You can only get pure silver from the stone in the smelting works. That is why it is important to know how much of it is in the ore.
How do you estimate the price?
It takes skill and experience. I go through a few corves, get some samples, and bring them down here to assay them. Then I estimate the ratio of silver to the waste and set the price according to the average.
And the price is always the same?
Nein. The price of the corves is determined by the highest bidder. The smelter that can pay the most gets it. The important thing is to keep an eye on costs, so we do not end up paying more for the ore than we get for the pure silver.
How many corves do you buy a day?
It varies. It depends on the rock that is being hewed. When you hew into hard rock, the yield is smaller than from soft rock, which crumbles with little effort, but there's little silver in it.
How many corves did you buy lately? For example, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Sancta Petronilla? Weiß nicht. Entschuldigung. I do not remember. You can...
I already know how many corves the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
Should I go to them and accuse...
Well, accuse? We want to hear everything they know. That means you need to talk to them. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own... Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what...
We need to talk, Herman.
Was ist denn los?
Sir Christian sent me.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the...
If it says 90, there must have been 90.
In that case, someone...
Or someone just cannot count. Why, Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay...
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Look, you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going to punish anyone.
I am innocent. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year.
Is Ulrich Vavak...
The Mint Master? I have no idea.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate, so just act like nothing's going on. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible.
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
God be with you. I'll have a look at the... What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry. Sir Christian sent me.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found...
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books. And his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the core.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads. And they like to show off. Anyway, what's it to you? Don't you know? I work for Vavek. The mint master him.
Aye, there's no point in denying it.
Bloody snitch.
But like him, you have nothing to be afraid of. You're small fry. It's obvious there's some bigger fish involved. And that's what interests me.
Alright, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore and transport it secretly to the smelters along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was reet terrifying.
How long has this been going?
For some time now, definitely. I heard...
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. They say he was drunk.
Who pays you on the side?
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich...
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else.
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent.
I'm sorry.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as...
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going, you'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be...
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct? How can I persuade him to give me...
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman, this...
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, but listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why you must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse... In short, be charismatic.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intent. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him look...
What else should...
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen, and sell off the rest, along...
What should I know?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly... Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something...
I got it.
Here. I've written you a letter of introduction to... I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't turn you down. Ask him if my guess is correct. It should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. Good luck, Henry.
Excuse me.
Quick! Go! I have a feeling you want...
Yes. You know, I'm so... and you just wandered by. There's a powerful... It's a great rarity. But Tomlin Bruthans from Horsham... The thing is, he sometimes wages it in fights.
I think I understand now. But what about your husband?
He tried, of course. As soon as I heard Tomlin had one. But the poor wretch came back black...
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, yeah. And I prayed fervently to the... And now you... That can't be a coincidence.
What is...
Well, they're formed with the biggest of these. They fall from the sky with a mighty boom and burrow deep into the earth. After all, and if you're lucky,
What if...
Well, from what I saw of Tomlin's, it's the side sort of elongated and curiously shaped. It's flat on one side and has a round hole through the middle.
Why are you so...
That's...
Look, if I don't want to get caught up...
This is no witchcraft. I'm afraid for my child. All my babies died shortly after birth. Bless their souls. I nearly died. The stone has the power to help me and protect...
All right.
Mary, mother of...
Save your thanks for...
I shall. Don't you worry about that. We've got some groschen put by, so I'm also on good terms with Hannah, so I could put a word in for you at the stud farm. She'll give a generous discount if you want to buy a horse from her, and I'll pray and in...
All right. You have yourself a deal. I'll go to Horshan.
God bless you. The Broadhands have a big farm. There's a wayside... That's where you should find... But be careful, and don't underestimate him. Farewell, my friend.
What does your job actually entail?
Bloody hell, kidder, you can't be in here. Master Burret, if you must know. That's where we crush the ore and these furnaces. Now get out of here before the...
How do you like working in...
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
What can you tell...
He's a good bloke, honest. Now leave us be.
Have you noticed...
How could I notice anything? And you are holding me up.
Does any silver go missing from here?
Why are you asking me? If you want to chat about these things, go and find Shima. Nothing gets past him.
All the delivered ore is here in one place. Nothing suspicious. It looks like it must be pure silver that's going missing.
That bastard! Off you go. Quick.
I'm at your service. Christ, pardon me.
Sacre.
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Scallis.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this letter with his testimonial.
Skalitz, you say? That's where the royal mines are. Am I right?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I know. I just want to see what it looks like in the smelting works.
Well, if Sir Christian wishes it, I won't deny you the opportunity. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions.
Can you tell me what happens with the mine?
We weigh in the delivered ore and crush it, so roasting mainly separates sulfur from the ore. Which is why then the roasted material is smelted in the furnace, and the slag is separated from the matte. The smelting process is repeated. It's then cast into bars that can be sold. After we've given the royal shed.
How many corves of ore?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf, but we process a large amount here. Up to several thousand quintals a day in total.
How much silver?
That, of course, depends on the quality of... 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. That then yields a harivna of pure silver. We can make between 100 and 200 harivnas.
Can any silver game...
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's cast in...
How many corves were delivered from Horshan, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Why from Horshan, of all places?
I visited the mine there.
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory. It was a lot indeed. 90 corves.
God be with you.
Don't forget, there are limits to... And above all, mind you don't have an accident. God be with you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Taking their time again.
Yo, it's been ages since I saw him at work.
Are you the fella...
You have no business being here.
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps...
Me? I don't know what... Meet me outside in a while. Now you better get out of... Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lads. I'll be right back.
My respects.
Well?
Who are you?
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. Surely you didn't come to investigate the theft of...
Christian of...
The steward of the mint? And why? Because of a rumour. They say silver keeps going missing.
The silver must be going missing from here. I've been tracking it all the way from the mines.
From the mines? So Sir Christian really has some suspicions, doesn't he? Why should I talk to you about such things? How can I know it's not a trap?
I've been tasked by the nobility, and that's a serious matter. I'm not just anybody. Just the fact that I'm relying on you, a simple smelter, should be an honor to you.
Well, sir, thank you. I'll tell you how it is then. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund, out of the blue. The entire stables. Where do you think he got the money? It's all very suspicious, because he's the one with the best access to the finished silver bars. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to him. I'll bet you he knows a thing or two about it. But be careful, and keep a weapon close. People like him can be vicious.
Thank you. What is your job
here in the smelter? Horse shit. It's an awful... If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hills. But I've a family.
How do you like working in the smelter?
It's a shitty fucking job. My back aches something awful from shoveling heaps of ore back and forth. You're always breathing stive from the furnace, and then you cough your soul out after the shift is over. We'll all be crippled wrecks.
What can you tell me about...
Listen, all folks like him care about is lining their purses. They don't. On the other hand, I don't think it's any better anywhere else.
What happens to the silver from
The bars are kept under lock and key in a safe place until a merchant, or the blokes from the mint, only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people have access to them, such as the foreman of the works, who check...
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose...
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. Fortunately, Master Buresh warned me about... Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down!
Have you gone insane? You want to attack a nobleman? I suppose you have no idea who's behind me.
You're really an... Oi! Where are you cowards running to? I'll get you! It's a wonder you're still standing! quick!
Are you Volt? I'm human. I beg your pardon. Well, fortune. You're investigating.
You shouldn't
Take him.
Let's do it then. You'll be crying him.
I reckon someone else will be crying here. Get him!
How are you gonna get it?
Show your stuff! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! I'll rip your ass open! Fuck that! You wanna try me?
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver.
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. All my life. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on everything that's holy. As head smelter, one day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars, the books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make... In the end, I had to force him.
Why didn't Buresh take the...
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king's... Buresh had it all figured out.
Aren't you ashamed?
And which king did I steal from, exactly? When... I didn't care, man. I earned some nice...
Moving on.
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret mint in one of them.
They counterfeit...
I suppose so. But what they actually... Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there for some...
Did Buresh...
Not in front of me. Maybe but you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shafts are. The entrance to the mint is... somewhere around there. Look here. Cap, why are you doing this?
I'm convinced Mint Master Vabak is somehow involved in...
No, I can't help you there.
I know. Now you have the map, and since I told you, I know I wanted to, you know, please let me go. Please. Stables be...
All right.
Thank you. I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed, and if we meet again, you're a good, merciful man. God be with you.
Ka! Ka!
Whoa, whoa.
Careful.
Go! Ka! Go! Go! Ka! Quick! 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 Quick!
Whoa!
You can't be here.
Clear off. You can't just stroll in here. What are you doing with that weapon?
Taste my steel!
That was something. Go fuck yourself. You've got a lot to learn. Bad luck. Jesus Christ!
well, well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you, an embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything, and even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, Snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground no one will...
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavart von Neuhaus is involved.
The Mint Master? Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
You can't buy me, Buresh.
That's the wrong answer.
Pray for it. Here alive, bastard! Finish!
Useless!
You want to try me? Jesus Christ!
Come on, then! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! Do it!
day. Wouldn't it be better to knock, you scum? You'd better pay me compensation, you blackguard.
Hold on. Let's talk about this.
You were trying to steal from us, eh, fucker? The bailiff will make short work of you. Now pay up!
I apologize. I must have...
All right. No doubt it'll... So run along.
Have you had enough? Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please. I'll give you anything you want. Just let me live.
You know very well what I want from you.
But I really don't know anything.
Stop lying to my face. Out with the truth.
All right. The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's Mintmaster, he got cocky and began to abuse his power. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who opposed him. Anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. But that still wasn't enough for him. So he came to me one day with the idea that some of the royal silver might not reach the king at all.
Why did he come to you?
The citizens of Kuttenberg didn't like some blow-in turning up to replace Peter of Pisek, and they were even less happy when he started giving them trouble. He'd have a job finding any allies among them. I'm a stranger here too. I've never had it easy here either. Think what you will, but I like Vavag better than all them Rutards, Piseks, and the other stuck-up mine-owning lords.
So you agreed to help him?
Did I have any other choice? He'd destroy me and find someone else to run the smelting works. I hate to say it, but he knew who to come to.
Wasn't he afraid of Sigismund?
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it gets to him, as long as it does. He trusts the Mintmaster he installed, and he's got no way of knowing something's going missing along the way. Unless someone tells him.
What was his plan?
Surprisingly simple. Bribe anyone who kept records of mining and processing, and to keep the Mintmaster free of suspicion, he put me in charge of this. In the end, it wasn't even that hard. No one had the slightest problem with earning something on the side of the king's expense. And when somebody got cold feet...
What are you doing with this?
Stolen? Such an ugly word.
Whatever.
It's used to mint groschen.
Genuine?
It's simple, really. Our coiners work with genuine coin dies. We're producing beautiful, new... No one can tell they're not from the Italian...
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands.
And I can count on you to make sure. Will you give me your word?
You can never be sure about that.
At the mercy of a stranger. Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything you need there. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiners. They're an...
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have some... I don't know what.
I really don't have... I'll be on my way. I won't say it was nice to meet you. I hope we never see each...
I'll be happy to make...
My God, no! Please!
To hell with ya!
You fucking coward!
Go before the guards find you. You'd better go before the guards...
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing?
Get out of here. If the guards...
You don't have to worry about the guards.
What about Master Buresh? He was here with...
Buresh is dead.
Christ!
Oh my God! Why?
I came to get evidence against Mint Master of Vavak.
There are some books in that chest over there, but it's locked. I know...
Leave that to me. I still need the genuine coin die from you.
Everything we do here is clean.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from? It's none of our business.
We're just pawns. We're not hurting anybody.
Nobody's saying any different. The guards are dead.
Hang on. That's...
It's just the books you're after, isn't it? Well, so take them and go.
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Tell me more about it.
Look, he made it this far. I reckon he knows more than we do anyway.
You're probably right. Well, what do you want to know?
How did you end up here?
Through our own...
We used to work in the mint in the Italian court. Then, one time...
Well...
And the foreman got pissed off and...
But then, the mint master himself came to us and offered us a job on the side. He said we'd work somewhere... and so...
Who's in charge?
The mint is run by Master Buresh and his people. Especially that big fella.
They're the ones that bring us food and drink. But other than that, he visits every week. A friendly bloke. Always asks.
We're well taken care of.
Why are they keeping you here?
Well, it's not that we can't leave exactly.
It's just... discouraged. We're pretty...
Don't you miss the world above?
Not really. Come to think of it, we've got...
They even brought some wenches here for us once. But...
We've got plenty of food and drink, and good...
And coin. When they let us go, we'll be rolling in it.
Why don't you want to leave?
We're just supposed to stay here.
And we're told not to go far. The mint master would be angry.
I'll take care of Vavak. With the evidence I'll bring against him, when I'm done with him, you'll be the last.
You reckon...
I'm sure of it.
So?
Then we could...
I don't know.
Me neither.
Free!
Free!
Huh?
Death!
Ha! Useless! Ha! Ha! Didn't see that coming, eh? Eh? Fuck that! Ha!
Watch and learn. What the? Oh, fuck me. Surprise?
Car! Go! Go! Car! Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Quick! say to you?
Christian? Christian?
I'm trying to sleep. Come back in the morning.
I got the evidence against...
Really?
Here. His handwritten records of...
There are names, amounts paid. I'll be damned. This is perfect. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Remarkable. Did you have any...
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh, tried...
Henry! You killed Master Buresh! Don't you know how important he was?
I had no other choice. It happened in a dark corridor. I couldn't see how many cutthroats he had behind him. And when he started threatening me, well, I got scared. My life was at stake.
This wasn't supposed to happen. But if the situation was, as you say, what's done is done. We can't take it back now. There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that mint?
There were some coiners.
Jesus Christ!
Vavak locked them up there to work.
My God! He really is an unscrupulous monster. Did you let them out?
I did, but it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the... It's genuine! That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vivak are absolutely clean. In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. If only you hadn't taken Master Baresh's life. He could have cooperated. We still know damn little about his involvement in the scheme.
Maybe this could help. A letter from Lord Vavak to Master Buresh.
Where did you get this? This is really the final piece of the whole story. But be that as it may, we know enough. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever heard of. With those books in Rittard's hands, Vivart won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people, if you take my meaning.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint, only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. It'll be much harder to replace Master Burash. I'll have to ask Ruthard and the other miners for advice. But I don't think it'll be a problem to find someone with similar abilities under the current circumstances. And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the... I've got a little something here for you. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod. Excellent. You won't regret it, but don't forget. You can blackmail Vivart with the evidence all you want, but leave the Path of Silver to me. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling. It'll be a great weight off his chest.
Huh?
Hey, sling your hook.
Fuck you, Horson!
No mercy!
And that's what I call an opener. You know much for us, fucker.
I'm all yours. Fuck you. That was something.
Show your stuff.
And you'll get another right away. You want to try me?
Greetings.
Hey, Tomlin.
People say...
They also say if I...
There was a time I'd put it up for grabs in fights. I even had a couple of craftsmen come, but everyone got a thrashing. It didn't seem right. But I have a proposition for you. The local lads like... So if you fancy a fight and don't mind getting a bit dirty, you can join in and...
Look, that's all very well.
Fuck's sake! Let's try again. I'm not fighting for the stone any...
But Kona from Grund really...
Yeah, and I told her, as I've told everyone else, not just anyone can find a stone like that. It wouldn't be right to... That would be tempting fate.
I want to see...
You what? Don't you believe...
Well, exactly. Everybody knows. Besides, I've never seen a magic. I may never have it.
All right. Almost as smooth as glass, and pointed at the end. It fits into your hand just right.
Look, this stone is nothing like...
What are you talking about?
A thunderstone should have a hole from the lightning strike. It's not a thunder...
Oh, you're...
Well, I learned enough to spot when someone tries to hoodwink me with a rock they picked up.
I didn't mean to deceive you.
Stop fucking me around. I need to find the thunder...
I don't have... I really did find a thunderstone. And I had it. I didn't want word to get out because I'd look like a right fool. I'm sorry for leading you on. I didn't mean any harm.
And do you have any idea who might have stolen it from you?
If you ask me, it was that Hansel from Rabosh and his little mate Peter. They were ever so curious about it right before it disappeared.
All right.
Well, when you get to Rabosh, take the main road away from the fort. There are hired hands there. And if you find the stone, please bring it back to me. I was the one who found it. It was destined for me to mess with.
Tell me...
Ask.
What for?
Stan, after he has...
Darling?
He's kind of like the local buffoon. When he was a wee lad, he fell on his head. He takes care of his aunt's horse.
He doesn't sound like an opponent.
Because he isn't. He's quite a...
Where...
That old...
And who might that...
Chucho's our hog. We fight in his pen. He doesn't care.
I reckon I can find...
I'm certain you can.
Can I...
Why not? It'll be good to have some new blood. Do you have any experience?
Well, I haven't won any tournaments here yet. But...
Well, you'll...
And if I manage to beat them...
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Darling may be a bumbler. Well, if you pull it off...
Tell me.
Facts.
If you can...
I'm not hiding anything.
I can appreciate that.
All right, then. I found it a couple of years back in a field outside. I was going to take a shortcut through the woods, but there'd been a hell of a storm about a week before. It tore off roofs, carried away some shepherds' huts, even toppled the tower on those fortifications at Gutenberg. And it very nearly flushed us out of here, too. A proper act of God, it was. Well, the forest was a complete mess, so I couldn't go that way. So I decided I'd go through the field. And all of a sudden, I stumble over something. And what do I see? A thunderstone right under my foot. Stroke of luck.
So to buy it?
Do I know you?
I'm Henry.
Well...
You don't have to do it.
I have to. I have to beat Stan. What does he do?
All kinds of things. Sometimes he comes to Grund and calls his bed a limp for days, and now he's afraid of straight.
You can defend yourself, but how can a...
Better? No, he's too nice to ever bite anyone. He runs away and...
People like that make me sick. Well, how...
Are you sure?
Don't worry about me.
Do you have any money?
That sounds good.
Get ready then.
Come and get another! No mercy!
Fuck you!
I lost again.
Thanks for the fight.
Oh, and now you can challenge Tuma.
Good day, excuse me.
You look like a merry...
I'm a simple man. I like a good laugh, and sometimes I like to punch someone.
That's it?
I swear. I do it because I...
Shall we fight?
But of course. And before we get started...
If you say so. Here you go.
Thanks very much. And now fight.
Here, chew on this. Enjoy yourself a fight. Give it all you got. Knock his teeth out. What a hit. Fuck you. Who could place a hit on you flopping around like that? Give it all you got. Move your steels. Stop. Fall down. I want it. You call that a punch? Here, chew on this. Who could place a hit on you flopping around like that? That was something. Here, chew on this. Call yourself a fight. My granny can punch harder than you. Who could place a hit on you flopping around like that? Bad luck. Who could place a hit on you flopping around like that? Fuck you! I can still take you! Did I scare you? Gosh, I feel like I've been split in half.
Thanks for the fight.
Aye, you're welcome. I should be thanking the big... Here, take it all and...
Thanks.
I'm the best around here.
Excuse me.
What do you say to that? You're doing all right so far, but you're not going to beat me. Well, you feel up to it?
Why are you all...
Just take a look at him. If he was any dumber, he'd be eating out of a trough with the pigs. Do you know he talks to animals? He talks to his mutts like they understand him. He'd be better off barking and pissing on the fence like them. But when we managed to get him drunk, now that's fun.
Tobias goes drinking with you?
No, but all you have to do is give him wine and tell him it's apple cider. A little of that and he's completely wasted. Then you should see the shit he gets up to. The last time that idiot almost drowned because he went to fish the moon out of the pond. We told him it was a silver platter.
I'll find something better to do and leave Tobias alone.
Mind your own business. I reckon that moron doesn't even know when someone's yanking his pizzle. Lord knows if there's anything left in that hollow of his.
Do you want to fight?
Sure, I could go for one. Do you have money to...
Of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Get ready and we can get started. Fuck you! I'll pay you black and
Victory
blue.
awaits!
Who wants to knock you on your ass? I'll piss in your face. Do you have two left hands? I'll paint you black and blue. Oh, boo bloody who? What's the matter? Does it hurt? Do you have two left hands?
Little girl.
Who wants to knock you on your ass? I'll piss in your face. Ah, fuck you! Should I call you a priest? Or your ma? Ha! Who wants to knock you on your ass? I'll piss in your face. Ha! Should I call you a priest? Or your ma? There, that's that.
You're good.
If you want a rematch, just let... I'm the best around here. What do you say to that? You're doing all right so far. You're not gonna beat me.
Every day, like this one.
Greetings, Zizka.
Here we are. Good. Well, it's filthy again. Damn it.
I'll be right there.
Greetings.
I could use it.
What? Don't bother me. Wait a mo. I know you.
It's possible.
I know. You helped our Carol out, remember? You carried some sacks together to our camp.
Oh, yeah. You're with that fellow with the arrow in it.
Exactly.
How could I forget? It's not every day you meet a fellow with a wooden shaft sticking out of his head.
So we'll have to have a drink to his memory together.
Well, something happened to him.
Aye. Our...
Oh?
Well, everything went to shit. We wanted to rob a convoy. A bit of gold, a lot of booze, only there were a lot more of them.
Shit.
It was a bloodbath. I don't even know how we managed. They picked him up and took him away.
Well, if they picked him up, he doesn't have to be dead. Maybe he's locked up somewhere.
If only they strung him up. There was nothing to be done. We fell right in...
Fuck.
But it doesn't matter. Because as soon as we show...
Are they looking for you?
There's a price on our heads. But more importantly...
Carol was a good man, but...
You're dead right before the arrow. We were just a bunch of hopeless wretches.
What?
The fool couldn't fight. He was useless with a sword. And every skirmish... Once, he was running through the forest. And he got... Would you believe it? Even a tree could beat... Once, he told me that when he was out of it that time, It completely...
When I listen, it's not the kind of story I hear.
Look, you're looking for a... How about you help us?
What do you have in mind?
Well, I need someone... Well...
Are you shitting me?
I know, it sounds nasty. But Carroll would agree to it. He'd happily give us the...
That's a job for someone with an iron.
It's nothing too complicated. Fine, Carroll. So then...
This is just about the oddest, but... Where should I look for it?
Well,
we're off to a great...
Hold your horses. Our whole plan with the caravan went to shit near Sedlets. They've got a cemetery. The local gravedigger lives near the cemetery. That's about all I know. We can't go round...
Well,
If you manage to get the arrow.
Good afternoon, sir.
I've come...
About time.
Show... I'd like to discuss the...
Well, I suppose...
Here. And...
Many thanks. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Mutt! Here you go. Take it. Good boy. Good boy. You're my doggy, eh?
I apologize.
What would you do there?
Whereas they'd make you the abbot, your reverence.
Well, but with a another. But speaking of fasting, I heard something good. In some monastery in South. Some monk who just loved me. So he had the cellar filled with water up to his ankles and put a couple of pigs in there.
Why, for fuck's sake?
Come on, then. We're going to gut. There's one more. What the? You can't stand up to this. Come on, then!
Dick!
It's a one. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Mutt! Here, Mutt!
You run off.
My God!
happened to you?
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Willkommen. Ich bin gleich bei dir. Was möchtest du, Mann?
I'll have a look. I'd like to do something.
You won't convince. Ja, das ist finally. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Nice out today. Hope it
Save your whistling for the cows, you lout.
Well, come to your senses yet?
Oh, fuck you. I'm telling you, Conrad's gonna win the tournament.
And I'm telling you.
Greetings. What do you...
I, of course.
Nothing to...
Your liking, sir.
Come and take your pick.
Apples.